Hey everyone, and welcome to the next video of our Python tutorial series. So in this video, we're going to be going over dictionaries. So what are dictionaries? Dictionaries are basically unordered mappings for storing objects. They use keys and values and pair them together, and a paired key and value is called a key-value pair. So the key-value pair allows users to quickly grab objects without knowing where it is in the list. So it kind of means that we don't have to know which index it's in. They use curly braces and quotation marks, and they can't be sorted. And let's go ahead and define a quick dictionary. So let's make a simple one. Let's name it D. And this is how we use curly brackets. We use curly brackets. So do this, and as you can see, it highlighted. So we've defined a dictionary. But now let's actually put something in it. So let me quickly make a simple dictionary, and then we can move on. Because of a lot of things. So first off, we have this key value pair right here. So right here, our key is the string of K1, which stands for key 1, and then our value is the string of value 1. And same with here. So our key is K2, value is this, here the key is this, and our value is this. So it's pretty simple. The cool thing about dictionaries is that the value can actually be really flexible. This can be an integer, it could be another list, it could even be another dictionary. So let's take a look at that. So first, let's see how we can actually grab the object using the key value pair. So let's say we want to know what the value of this key K2 is. We can simply do D of, and instead of doing an index, instead of going like 0, 1, we can just do D of K2. And we get our value, which is value 2. So we grab the value object, which is the value of our key right here, by using this key. And now let's try a different example with integers instead of strings. So let's say we want to know the prices of certain items in a store. So let's create it. Item prices. So now we have our simple dictionary. Now let's say, oh, I want to find the price of a binder. So we can do item underscore prices and use the key binder. And we get 3.0, which is $3 for a binder. So that makes sense. But now let's look at what happens when we use different kinds of lists or even things such as that inside the dictionary. So let's say, let's create another dictionary. Let's say we can use D again because we'll overwrite our original dictionary. So this, let's say K1, and this time we're using a list instead, 0, 1, 2. So let's just have that simple dictionary for now. So now we can do this, D of K1. And what do you think is going to happen if we do D of K1? If you guessed it would print out this list, you're correct. Because this is the value of our key, so it'll give us this list as a value. But what's cool with this, since we have a list, we can actually go even further. Say D of K1 of 1. So what this will print out is it take the value first of K1, which is this list, then it'll index this list and give us the first index, which is going to be the letter 1 because it starts off 0, 1, 2. So it's going to give us the number 1. Yep, and there we go. So that's how we use, so that's how lists can work into dictionaries. And now what happens if we use a dictionary inside of a dictionary? Let's just write key to make it easier. Key, and then instead of that, let's have a dictionary with another key. So let's say second key, which its value is, let's just say 5. Boom, and there we go. So now if we do D of key, oops, I didn't want to do that. D of key, we will get our dictionary because that's the value of our key. But since this is a dictionary, we can go even further to D of key of second key. So we're taking the value of our key, and then we're taking the value of that value, of the key of that value, which is the second key. So what this would return is a number 5, because our value of key is the dictionary, and our value of our second key is going to be 5. So what if there are more than one values in a dictionary? We could still do the same thing. So for example, instead of just having second key and 5, let's say third key and 10. So now if we do D of key of third key, what do you think this will return? If you guess 10, you're right, because we're still taking the value of our key, which is this dictionary, and then in this dictionary, we're going to take the value of this key, third key, and get the answer 10. Okay, so now let's say we have a big dictionary. So let me create a quickly, let's use this dictionary back from up here. So let's create a pretty sort of big dictionary and say we actually don't know how many keys and values are in the dictionary. So let's say like there's a big dictionary with a lot of user input and all of that, and we don't know how many values there are, how many keys there are, or what the names of the keys are. So how do we know what object to grab? How do we know where to find the objects that we need? So there's a simple function for that called dot keys and dot values. So we could take our dictionary and we could just apply this method dot keys. So what this would return, it's going to return all the keys of this dictionary. So it says dictionary keys, and it'll show all the keys in this dictionary. So we're going to have K1, K2, and K3. So now we can do the same thing for the values. So let's say we need to know the values. We could say we'll get all the values. And it's also list. And let's say d dot items. This method gives you all the key value pairs in the list. So it pretty much prints out the entire list. So if we really don't know what's in the dictionary, we can just print out the entire dictionary by using dot items. Yeah. And yeah, see, there we go. So those are pretty much the basics of dictionaries. They're kind of like lists, but they have different types of uses and use them different times. Like for example, dictionaries, we can use it when we don't know the indexes of the objects that we want to just grab an object quickly and it's on. But lists, we can use it when we want to have things ordered and we want to know where everything is in the list, and we can grab objects from wherever we want. But anyway, yeah. So that about wraps up this video. We learned about what dictionaries are, how to use them, and we went through some examples. So I really hope you learned something from this video. If you didn't, you might learn something from our future videos. So make sure to subscribe and watch out for those. And yeah, thanks for watching.